Hi class, my name is Jonathan Schalt, and today I'm going to introduce my midterm projects, and my topic of this project is the unemployment insurance claims and benefits. The reason that I picked this topic because I once worked as an unemployment insurance coordinator for a home health aid company. It's called American Business Institute. And from my working experience, I understand that a lot of people are losing jobs or changing jobs every single day. And as a result, they are allowed to claim for unemployment insurance if they lost their job or apply for another job or get fired by their employers by a variety of reasons. And before jumping into the projects, I want to talk a little bit about my data, and this is my data I obtained from the United States Department of Labor in the unemployment insurance data sections. These are official data. And as you can see that this table has a tremendous amount of data. And so what I did was that I first using pivot tables to organize these data into smaller ones, so I can make each graph more easier and makes the whole thing more simpler for me. So let me show you here. These are the UI claims pivot tables. This is the first pivot tables that I use years and against the two categories I selected. It's called the total weeks compensated, and the other one is average of exhaustion rate. And this simply means that the amount of weeks that are claimed by the people who are unemployed at that time. And the exhaustion rate simply means the percentage of people who are actually claiming the maximum maximum weeks that are allowed by the government, which is 26 weeks. And the second pivot table is also used by the years against the initial claims, which simply means how many claims are filed by people. And here the state UI claims by percentage. On the left, I have the pivot table that's by the states, different states, and the initial claims. So I want to see how each state, how the residents of each state filing for unemployment insurance, and which state that is most severe in this point. And on the right, I have the years, and I have the insured unemployment rate. That simply means that this is the rate that shows what percentage of people, of unemployed people that are actually satisfied, are insured by the benefits they are receiving. This is the last pivot table I created. This is also goes by years, because I think year and quarter, because I think later on when I'm going to create relations, it will make everything much more easier. So this one is sum of total wages, and this is the total wages taxable employees. So going back into my dashboard here. So this is the first graph, the graph analysis of UI claims which I created based on this pivot table. As you can see on the graph that the sum of total weeks compensated is dropping, the trend is going down as the year passes. And the average of exhaustion rate percentage is also dropping, even faster, stronger than the weeks compensated. So it means a good thing for the society that less people are claiming for the unemployment insurance. That means they are actually either receiving other incomes, or they are getting new jobs. So down here, this is the initial claims over the years, which I created using this pivot table. And this is very straightforward, that these numbers should actually directly reflect the claim cases that are filed by unemployed people over the years and the quarters. And in addition, I also add linear trend lines. As you can see, the trend line is dropping through as the year passes. It's a good thing for the society. This is actually positively corresponding to the weeks compensated and the average of exhaustion rate. So the third graph here, I have the insured unemployment rate by percentage. As you can see on the graph, it's a little bit very unusual that the shape of the graph is looking like a very spiky curve here. And the outliers are all the first quarters. So I assume that the first quarter of each year, because the government has a fixed amount of unemployment insurance accounts, the benefit accounts for each year. So I assume that at the beginning, the government provides more benefits for those who are unemployed. But as the year goes on, the account, the general account is getting smaller and smaller than the benefits rate are dropping. So on the fourth graph here, I have the pie chart of claims in each United States. So I only use the data, call out the state that I think is the most severe and significant, which is CA, California, with a 16% rate. So I assume California is one of the largest state in the countries, and it has a lot of people and who needs the unemployment insurance benefits. So in the little right that I have the slicers, I only use the quarters in the years. So if I click into one of the quarters, for example, second quarter, it will show the second quarter in each year and how it interacts with other graph. Okay, so if I go back, just click clear filter here. So basically, this is the my midterm projects, my dashboard analysis of unemployment insurance claims and benefits. There's one thing that I found most useful so far is the dashboard, and with the slicers. That's why I pick to do this topic. Thank you so much, and have a nice evening.